Hello, everybody. Welcome to another review from It's Same Escape on YouTube. I hope every single one of you had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let me state that I do apologize for not having this review out a lot earlier than anticipated. I had to give my mind a couple of days rest to recharge in order to prepare myself to discuss Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It is 9:07 p.m. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Uh, I must admit that I did not have any real expectations for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish unless it's something like Toy Story, Secret Life of Pets, DC League of Super Pets, or even some anime feature that I'm very familiar with, animated movies just in overall don't in actuality appeal to me unless it is something that is totally going to meet my expectations and that I'm prepared for. So, even though I do love the Shrek films, I do enjoy them. I was not prepared to even remotely put myself in a decent mindset of saying, you know what, this is going to be a great animated feature. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is a story about our favorite feline character from the Shrek franchise on many adventures, being an outlaw, charming renegade, rogue, what have you, until until one of the many adventures that he's been on, it puts him at his last life. You know how cats have 9 lives? It puts him at his last of the 9 lives, and so he's doing everything that he could possibly do in order to prevent that from happening. And along the way, he meets familiar characters, and of course, with the Shrek storylines, you have them implementing uh, very popular fairy tale stories into more of a modern sense by including popular culture references too, which is also a very clever way of introducing humor as well as providing some sense of source material to a new generation. So one thing I didn't notice about Puss in Boots is a change in animation style. It's very reminiscent of Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, where it's very comic bookish, and that's what I found myself understanding as I watched the film. My appreciation for it went into the stratosphere because it was new, it was unique, it was different, and it gave Puss in Boots a true sense of a colorful imagination while making it look as if a comic book was coming to life. And which, when you think about it, it gives a perspective of having a new flavor to the fairy tale on big screen. On the big screen, you have Antonio Banderas, who's coming back to reprise the character of Puss in Boots. You have Salma Hayek, who's playing Kitty Softpaws. You have Florence Pugh, who's playing Goldilocks, along, and then of course Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I've always enjoyed those fairy tales growing up, from Hansel and Gretel to Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the Three Little Pigs. Uh, uh, so seeing those characters in a way just took me back to my childhood. And you cannot go wrong with any of the type of those nursery rhymes of folkloric tales or fairy tales. So as I sat there watching it, I became immensely impressed with not only the animation style, but just the action sequences, the music, and the chemistry that Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas have with one another. And the cool thing about this film as well is that unless you have watched, say, Desperado or Once Upon a Time in Mexico or any other film that you are familiar with, whether it's action, suspense, horror, uh, romantic comedy, there's something in Puss in Boots for everybody, and that's what makes it enjoyable. And I have to say, this was probably one of the best animated features that I've ever watched in my life. And this is, to me, this is saying a lot because when you are at a mindset of having such low expectations for a feature that you just know for a fact that whatever it is that's about to appear on the screen, you are prepared to hate it. I was completely surprised, and I am pleasantly happy to say that I was wrong about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I thought was absolutely phenomenal. One of the best animated features of all time, and it deserves the praise that it's receiving. It's just very emotional. It has a lot of interesting and heartfelt messages into it as well. There was a couple of moments in the film as I sat there watching it that resonated with me in the sense of we have this ability to uh, worry about things that we necessarily can't control, or we're worried about how our end is going to be, rather than just accepting that this is we only have this one life to live. And that is the core of this Puss in Boots film, is he has this one life to live, and given the many adventures that he has been a part of, he's going to use this not he's attempted to save himself, but not realizing that even with remaining on his last 9 life, he is still participating in this dangerous course of attempting to save himself. And it was so brilliantly done. It wasn't preachy, it wasn't political, it wasn't anything that you could uh, feel as if that it was beating you over the head with it. It's exactly what everybody should expect from an animated feature. And it's great for kids, it's great for families, it's great for adults. I mean, you simply cannot find anything that, at least for me, in my opinion, you can't find anything that is astronomically wrong with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. There's something in it for everybody. It has comedy. The action sequences are just flat out amazing. The visuals are beautiful. The colors are meshed well. Just everything is so pristine, precise, clear, state of the art, innovative, and unique. And that's what you need for a film of this magnitude. You need something that is going to breathe life into the world of cinema, and this accomplishes that in every step of the way. I was flabbergasted and remain completely in that state because, seriously, this is something that you do need to watch. It is required viewing. Take your friends, take your family, take your children, take a date, take your grandma, your grandfather, whoever. You definitely need to go out of your way to watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. You will not be disappointed. If nothing else, you just need to watch it in order to fully experience what it's like to relive a certain part of your childhood while uh, reliving while reliving those memories of hearing or reading those fairy tales as you're growing up in elementary school, daycare, or even high school. Puss in Boots, you cannot go wrong with it at all. There's there's a lot of Easter egg references to certain horror films, action films. Um, and also you cannot forget the cute little tactic that he uses in order to swerve people into letting their guards down around him. There's a lot of amusing cat humor as well. And coming from somebody who's also a cat owner, my cat was in here not too long ago. Anyone who owns a cat will find this. Everything that you know about owning a cat is included in this film too, and that was spot on too. So I have to say, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, 2 thumbs up, 10 out of 10. Go watch it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. Let me know on my Facebook what you thought. And as well, always remember that I do have a Discord server. If you're interested in joining, feel free to click the link below and hit a like and spread the word to your friends and family. Next review is going to be the horror film Megan that comes out this Friday, and I will be watching that on Sunday. As always, take care, and I hope you will be hearing from me again, my friends. Peace out.